my hips, my back, lick my...
Great start. Gavin, we're back. Why smoke cigars, man? What's the appeal? Smoke cannabis, you can smoke hookah, smoke cigarettes.
Why enjoy a IPA or a craft beer instead of a Pabst Blue Ribbon? Why?
What?
You ask?
What?
The taste.
Jesus. All right.
Cigars
Are we talking to 5-year-olds?
Cigars taste phenomenal, but it is an acquired taste, and that's part of the fun. Learning to pick up the subtle, nuanced, delicious flavors that you can experience from a variety of delicious blends.
Sales.
I kicked on the
voice.
radio voice.
How did we get started smoking cigars? Well, we turned 18. Now we could go to a real prison. Now we could join the military, actual ethical war.
Getting sidetracked.
So we're 18. I wasn't going to go out down that road
I know.
long. Because we were 18, we're thinking, hey, let's give cigars a try. A friend got a cigar. We all had a couple puffs, and we enjoyed the taste. We'd make an event out of it. We would drive halfway up a mountain. We'd have a great view of the valley that we're from, just hanging out, talking about cool stuff. You're not going to get the opportunity to get to know new friends or new people as well in a party setting, jump on the beer pong table or go try to meet some new girl. Those conversations are 20 minutes max, sometimes only a few minutes at a time. When you're having a cigar, you're freaking posted. You're talking about history, you're talking about personal life experiences, getting down to the deep stuff.
You'll be very surprised on what the topic will be or where the conversation will go if you sit down for 2 hours and are not distracted by anything. We fell in love with that aspect of cigars long before anything else.
Now, me personally, even as a small boy, when I smelled a grown-up in the vicinity smoking a cigar, I was like, that smells awesome.
Smells like a little bit of man.
Maybe there's some Ron Burgundy in all of us. I enjoy the smell and I enjoy the taste. Just at the thought of a good cigar, my mouth starts to water.
The first time I ever tried a cup of coffee, I hated it. I thought it tasted bitter. I thought it tasted terrible. First time I tried wine, ew. It doesn't taste good to me at all. If it gets me drunk, I'll drink it because at the time I was just looking to get drunk. But why does it have to taste like garbage?
Why does that taste like garbage?
Why does the wine have to taste like garbage?
I never thought
My
wine...
stupid 18-year-old self.
I thought beer tasted like just piss.
Beer. We didn't drink.
And again, I was drinking Budweiser.
Yeah, it took me years to get into beer. We're just going to do shots. You get it in, you get it over with quickly, and you will get drunk. But this was a transitional phase. It is a acquired taste to enjoy a black, highly, rated cup of coffee. It takes time to really enjoy a good glass of wine. It takes time.
Tea.
Cigars are no different taste. You might enjoy the flavors, but you're going to slowly and steadily enjoy more and more of those subtle flavors. I would say have a couple of cigars before you have an opinion. Also, not all cigars are made equally. There are cheap, terrible, machine-made short filler cigars that you could buy at a gas station for $2. And then there are hand-rolled, aged, masterfully blended works of art, and they are not the same thing. So maybe buy a nice cigar and smoke a nice cigar before you think all cigars taste like garbage.
If you go to a cigar lounge, near all of those cigars are going to taste freaking good.
But it is an acquired taste. If you don't find the flavors to be phenomenal, we'll give it time. Maybe learn the proper way to puff. If you're puffing on it too fast, you're not going to get any flavors. So that is probably the biggest reason why people enjoy cigars, is because they taste good.
Another great reason to smoke cigars, they're not a quick fix product. You don't inhale them. You don't have some kind of chemical need to get high from them like you do with, per se, cigarettes. We were not at all interested in smoking cigarettes when we turned 18. They're terrible for you. Science is out. It's like a quick fix hobby. It's not classy. You're not drawn into lengthy conversations per se.
Maybe if you chain smoke a whole pack.
We immediately knew that cigars were a classier alternative smoking option and that they weren't as bad for you. Now, we are going to do a whole nother video on specifically why cigars are not even, you can't even really compare them to cigarettes. If you're going to pick up a habit and you're concerned about your health, then definitely pick up pipe smoking or cigar smoking, because it's all natural and you don't inhale it, so it's not a big deal. Like we brought up already, Cigars are handcrafted works of art, to be frank. The average premium cigar, which when we say premium, we mean any handmade aged cigar, it takes hundreds of pairs of hands went into making this cigar. From planting the seeds to harvesting the leaves one leaf at a time. That leaf only was the right leaf that got enough sunlight. Aged in multiple different stages, multiple different situations and scenarios. Masterfully blended, considering soil type, tobacco strains, lighting options for growing, aging options, and considering types of construction, like how thick the cigar will be, how long the cigar will be. Everything has been considered by freaking masters. It's one of the few handmade products that is still out there in such a mechanized world.
A cigar should be compared to a fine wine or some fine luxury product. If you want to get drunk, you drink a cheap plastic bottled vodka. If you wanted to get nicotine into your system, a cigar is not the best option.
Cigars are epic products. All right, we've covered that. Also, we enjoy our coffees, our craft beer, whiskeys, wines. We enjoy all of it. Cigars are epic because they also pair well with so many awesome beverages. You pair a cigar with a great scotch. You pair a cigar with a great tea. You pair a cigar with so many of the things that I already enjoy. You pair a cigar with doing all kinds of awesome activities, like playing poker with your friends. These are things that we do all the time, and they're already fun. But you throw a cigar into the mix, all of a sudden, watching that UFC fight card, watching that soccer game is even more epic.
If you're moving your body intensively, you can't smoke a cigar. But if you're doing some sort of leisure activity, it's going to make it that much more special, that much more chill. Another thing you can do with cigars, if you get your own humidor, you can collect cigars and you can age cigars. Like wine, they're seasonal, and some seasons do better than others. Some blends, they're only here for a limited time. If you try a cigar that you really enjoy, you can buy a box and you can age those cigars for years and years and years. Slowly but surely find what flavor profiles you like, and then you can find cigars that have those profiles, and you can create your own epic collection.
Well, I'm gonna get into cigars because I want a cool hobby. That's not what immediately drew my attention, but that's one of the benefits of how our cigars made. I looked into it, super awesome. The history of Cuba, the history of all the cigar brands and the countries where cigars are made and grown. You look at all the historical figures that have smoked cigars. Winston Churchill, what kind of cigars did he smoke? John F. Kennedy, Arnold Schwarzenegger. So many great stories, so many great figures, so much depth in the history of cigars. If you're looking for a hobby, that might be a potential thing, or you might fall into it like we kind of did.
Another great thing about cigars, it's a great value. Most people, they look at a cigar, one of their first questions is, how much did that cigar cost? Oh, it's so expensive.
You spent $20 on that?
$40, $50 on that cigar?
It's too much.
Such a waste of money. I'm going to make the argument. Cigars are one of the most bang for buck luxury items that you can buy. If you want a really expensive cocktail, that could cost you, I've seen $20 or more. Let's be conservative and say $10 to $15 from a talented bartender. You could see the work and effort that went into that cocktail. You could justify spending $15. But that cocktail will last 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. A handmade cigar will last you an hour to 2 hours, depending on the size of the cigar, and you will enjoy every minute. Artistry, craftsmanship, handmade item. You can't all drive expensive sport cars like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, but we can, on occasion, enjoy the same exact cigar. It is a affordable luxury.
You know, when it comes to giving gifts, a common gift is wine, consumables like fine cosmetics or face washes. You want a gift that you can use. A freaking awesome gift is a cigar. One, high quality, handcrafted, but two, it's a great opportunity to get to know that person, because I'm going to give you a cigar, but like, hey, let's smoke a cigar together. We're going to hang out for like an hour and a half. We're going to figure some shit out. Hey, ever heard the term victory cigars? How about it's your birthday, it's your wedding, you did something awesome, or you got through the work week. We're going to celebrate by sitting down and having a good time.
You know, maybe you have a really nice cigar in a humidor, or maybe you go to a cigar dispensary and you say, hey, listen, I want to do something special. I want to really delicious cigar and you save it for a special occasion, Victory Cigars. It's gonna make that moment, that memory, more memorable. Well, that just about wraps it up.
Be sure to leave us a comment if there's any information you want us to cover in future videos. We'll read them. We'll get to it.
If you found this video enjoyable, educational, what have you, like and subscribe. Check out our other videos. We do travel videos, podcasts, cigar reviews, and hit that bell button, get notifications. Sales, motherfuckers. Enjoy your cigars. We're going to enjoy ours. Peace, adios. Annyeonghaseyo. We're in Korea. That's what goodbye means.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girando.